When, guys, will mortgage interest rates get back to 3%? And all of the most important questions that every single buyer and every single seller are asking us.
And I'm like,
this is the St. George Real Estate Morning Drive. I'm your host, Jeremy Larkin, with my literally right-hand man. Who are you?
Jesse Paul.
That's right. And left-hand man?
Chantry Abbott.
Yeah. Chantry Abbott's with Guild Mortgage. And listen, Chant, I need to know, we're going to get into this. Just before we get into it, how many times per, let's say, month, how many times per month do you get asked when rates are going to drop? Okay, first of all, how many times per month do you get asked when rates are going to drop? Just that question with a period on the end of it, with a question mark.
100 times.
100 times. How many times a month do you get asked when are they going to drop to like 3-4%?
20.
Yeah, okay. This is good. I mean, this is like, guys, on the fly, we're asking this question. So if you're a buyer or a seller, if you're thinking about buying and you're thinking about selling, you know who you are. We know who you are because you're the guy or gal that walks into Foot Locker looking for the latest Jordans, and we ask how we can help you, and what do you say?
Just looking.
I'm just looking. But you're looking for the Jordans, okay. I've never owned a pair of Jordans, I don't think. Guys, by the way, it's fall. It was cold this morning. We just talked about it. The PGA Tour is going to be in town next week. 44 degrees right now in St. George. That's pretty chilly, dudes.
Dude, remember how hot the PGA Tour event was last year? It was like
hot.
Brutally hot. I almost didn't even have
Yep.
a good time. It was so hot. My kid was like over it.
Yeah. And Nixon's a little player.
Yeah, he's a golfer. He's
a golfer.
It was just too hot. It was just, you couldn't get away from it. Now it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. So that'll be in town next weekend out at Black Desert Resort. And you can, it's the Bank of Utah PGA Tour event. If you want tickets, just Google it, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. We've been having this conversation yesterday about people chat GPTing everything.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? Look,
Doesn't work.
I don't use chat GPT. This is me personally. I use chat GPT every day. I don't use it to search for
As like a search engine.
I don't at all. And they're claiming that 80% of people are using the search engine. I actually don't believe that.
It's not It's not there yet. It's
Google all day long. Well, this microphone.
And, you know,
Google Maps.
Google's got a part of AI in it now anyway. It's
Yeah. Google Maps. I don't know. That's where. Do you guys go to Google Maps, guys? Top right app on my phone, homepage. Everything's Google Maps. Yeah. I mean, if I want something, it's Google Maps. Why? Because I want the phone number,
right,
and I want the address.
Yep.
I want the DoorDash. I want the order online. I want it all right there.
Reviews.
Well, thank you. I want reviews. Right?
Yes.
Is that how it is?
Yes.
I don't know. I just don't believe that 80% of people are using ChatGPT as a search engine. I don't. That's me. And I use it when I say every day, guys, I have a professional account. I actually have project folders. That's how deep in it I am.
So you have the top one.
No, not the tippy top one.
Oh, okay. So you have the $20 a month one.
I mean, I'm not that kind of guy.
Okay. Well, that's like, wow.
Well, what's interesting is, do you realize what the difference is in price?
Yeah.
It's $200.
Yeah, it's like $180 more.
Yeah. Did you know that?
That's why I was surprised when you said that.
Literally, they implant a microchip in your brain and it just already knows.
You don't even have to say anything.
Yeah, you don't even have to ask ChatGPT. It's just there.
You're all, hey, chat, will you? Yes, I already did it for you, sir.
Yeah.
All for $200 a month.
Yeah, your order will be ready in 12 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
Oh my gosh. Chantry Abbott's here with Guild Mortgage. Jesse Paul's here with the Larkin Group, KW Realty, with myself, Jeremy Larkin. Guys, look, the World Senior Games is in town, and it's funny, before we get into when will interest rates drop, when will they drop to 3 or 4%? Will they ever drop to 3 or 4%? It's if you're paying attention and you go out, it's very obvious. Like, there was this whole group of guys in their 60s, all together, like a boys group, like 10 of them, eating burgers last night at what's that place off of Riverside Drive? How did I forget? I actually went last night with my father. Oh, wow, that's bad. That's bad. Anyway, the place over by Smith's Marketplace. Very obviously, they were here for the Senior Games.
Yeah.
Like, a group of guys in their 60s don't just kind of show up at the burger joint on a random, was it Wednesday night? I don't know. So listen, I could have competed in the mountain biking this week.
No way.
Well, I'm 50.
Dude,
and you only have to be 50. This isn't 55
Why didn't
plus.
you?
Because I dislocated my pinky.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I only rode for the first time Saturday. So Jesse, you're old enough.
I should check that out.
Yeah, you're old
That'd be
enough.
fun.
Yeah, let's go, man. I can't believe it. I mean, we think senior is 65. So
Well, I'm officially like, I'll be, well, not yet. I'll be 55 this month.
yeah,
Yeah, you
So-
can live in Sun River, buddy.
That's right.
Sun River, St. George, something like that. Chantry Abbott, I want to talk about this because we have people who are sitting on the fence. Jesse and I, and our team, we have people who are sitting on the fence, buyers and sellers, both waiting for rates to drop. Sound accurate?
Yeah, we probably have the biggest waiting pool we've ever had of people waiting to move or buy or sell or whatever. They've been sitting
you
on the
think
sidelines for 2 or 3 years.
Do you think it's even bigger than like 2010, 11?
People that could do it, yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
10 and 11, it was a lot of people would like to have done
they
it,
couldn't.
but they
Okay.
had credit issues or income
Yeah.
issues or lost their savings or
Okay.
qualified people that are capable of making a sell or a buy. I think it's at least in my career, it's the biggest like backlog that at some point, unfortunately, I think the floodgates will open one day. I think one day the general public, and we're all cheap a little bit, we like to make sure we're buying when everyone else is so they don't tease us about doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I think one day we're going to wake up and all of them decided that they're in the market. It just has to catch up to it. It's been 3 years that it's just been, we're waiting. Like at some point that comes to an end.
Yeah.
It's so funny, the difference in the buyer's market and seller's market. I'm working on a deal right now that for all intensive purposes is a phenomenal deal for the buyer, but they have to accept a lien. Basically they have to overpay by about $40,000.
Okay.
But because of the interest rate and the amount of time they can keep it, it's a no-brainer. But because we're in a buyer's market, they're so afraid.
Yeah.
They're overpaying. Where 3.5, 4 years ago, they were begging to pay $50,000 over asking price.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well,
over appraisal.
Well, and Jesse, you're right because it's a perfect segue. By the way, a quick debate. Jesse said for all intensive purposes. You realize this is like one of those terms.
Yeah.
So I Googled it. Is it for all intensive or for all intense? And I want to know. I know.
I don't know. I make up my own words. You know that.
So I think that for the sake of a radio show, it's for all intents and purposes. But
Okay.
I definitely have said for all intensive purposes.
Yeah. So everybody understood it. I don't even think I've heard anybody say intense and.
Yeah. For all intents.
I flunked English
So,
and got an A+ in
there
math.
you
So
go.
I got into mortgages.
But this is good. This is good because Jen and I got into this debate, and now I'm dying to remember what the word was that she was saying wrong, and it was so funny. And now she will use it all the time because she can't even in hindsight she can't believe
That she was saying it
okay.
wrong?
So for all intents and purposes means in every practical sense or virtually.
Okay, it's a good deal.
There you go.
But because of the market we're in, there's a lot of hesitation.
Yeah, everyone's kind of running scared. The simplest little things. In fact, we're having the biggest fallout of contracts I think we've ever had, right?
Yeah, well, one of them.
That's right
Fallout.
up there.
Yeah, fallout meaning this, guys. You're a buyer. You put a home under contract. A more handsome guy, a prettier girl shows up to the dance, aka another home that you like better. You do the home inspection, and when you do the home inspection, you find out that 7 roof tiles were cracked. I think that's actually the average of every single home with a tile roof.
Yeah.
And you go, yeah, we're dating somebody else. Which
we're
honestly,
right.
it's very much mirrors dating on dating apps. And I'm being silly, but I'm not being silly because I dated on dating apps, and my sweet wife Jen and I met on Hinge. And let me tell you something. We are in the swiping culture in America.
Yeah.
We swipe homes, we swipe people. It's we swipe Insta, right? I mean, do you guys ever remember that movie WALL-E? It's a Disney movie. It was the worst Disney movie ever.
Yeah, the
Okay.
robot, right?
And then what happens is all the people have lived like in space stations, whatever. In the movie, they'd all turned into like jelly beans, and they were like lived in recliners, and all the food and stuff was brought to them.
Yeah.
They weren't too far off of what was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
But what's funny is we're going to die with these gigantic right thumbs with huge knuckles from swiping. And so buyers I've had a fun time with dating analogies the last 2 years.
Get knuckleitis.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And buyers, we're in the swiping era, and we are in the era of, we feel like there's unlimited options. And I think that you have to consider something. And I'm going to look at the interest rates over time. If you're, guys, today, I can tell you right now that there are 1,480-ish single family homes for sale in Washington County. I know this because I met 20 feet away with a seller yesterday to list her home. Okay. I'm going to piece a whole chain of ideas here together. So if you're listening, guys, you picked us up. It's the St. George Real Estate Morning Drive, Jeremy Larkin, Larkin Group, KW Realty, Jesse Paul. We got Chantry Abbott here from Guild Mortgage. So I had 5 people reach to me, Chantry, in a 4-day period wanting to sell a home. 5. From Thursday to Monday. 5 people reached to me.
Nice.
So yes, thank you, and I'm excited. But what does that tell us? First of all, is the market dead or not really?
Not really.
Okay. So because I think we have to piece this thing together, like we're going to weave a quilt together. Number one, the market is not dead, and the media loves to tell you that. But you have to appreciate something. If there are 1,480 single family homes for sale now, Jesse, in 21, how many would there have been?
Like 400, 500, if that.
In
In all of
you ready?
Washington
You
County,
ready?
300.
You ready? I think we went to 3.
Yeah.
So 300 homes for sale, available, options. Chantry,
think
this
you're
means
right.
from the lowest price to 10 million. That's all you could choose from. But today you have 1,400. Are you going to swipe a little bit?
Yeah. 14 isn't that many, though. I'm actually surprised
Well,
by
it's
that.
not.
So
it's
it is.
not.
I think where you're headed to this is starting to make a lot of sense to me. It's the era of everything's so accessible.
Everything's so accessible, guys.
And that changes the way we
it's
think.
too accessible. And so, we need when there were fewer options, then to Chantry's point, he said something really important and profound, and I don't want it to get lost for our listeners. People do what other people are doing.
Yeah, because they want to justify what they're doing.
Yeah.
And if you're going with the flock, you don't have to be an outlier.
Correct.
But
right?
the problem is people try to time the bottom. And the truth is the only way you can time the bottom is when we're not on the bottom anymore.
Yeah. So let's look at this. I still have for all intents and purposes on my screen. I just needed to know. This is Jesse, and check this out. This is a 30-year. Well, it's more than 30 years. I forget that. Okay, so this is the St. Louis Federal Reserve. It's my favorite interest rate chart. I've used it on the show 10 times.
That's interesting. I've never even.
Dude, literally, Fred, which is there's an acronym. .stlouisfed.org. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to let him see this. This is a 50-year mortgage rate average. So in 1980, anybody who's been around a little bit in real estate knows that in 1980 we hit about 18%. Okay. Chant, what is a prevailing 30-year rate today?
6.25.
Okay. 6.25. So the question is, when will I have a strong opinion, but I'm looking at this, 2.65 was the lowest prevailing rate in history, in this chart. And it hit, you have to do it ever so incrementally. And it was January 7th, 2021.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Chet, when are we going to hit 3 or 4% interest rates?
Hopefully never.
Yeah. Why? Why hopefully?
Well, if you just look at the mechanics of how a bank works, right? We're trying to make money on interest. You look at yourself as an investor. If I came to you and there's going to be a spread on it, I said, "Hey, Jeremy, will you borrow me $500,000? I'll pay you 2% interest."
I'm like, dude, I could get a high interest savings account that would pay me 4 or 5.
But would you rather just put that money in a safe? And because there's always, when you invest in something, there's always a little risk, even if it's the most unrisky thing you can do. There's still some risk. So for 2% interest, is that worth you taking even a fraction of a risk, or would you rather just put the money in your safe?
I'd almost put it in safe.
So math doesn't work anymore. People don't want to put money in banks. They don't want to put money in CDs. They don't want to invest in mortgage-backed securities. Banks, there's not enough spread for banks. Why would you give somebody an auto loan at 3%? There's no money there. There's not enough there. So it just, the honest truth is the economics of it just don't work.
Jesse, a question for you, straight up, point blank. If rates dropped to 4% today, not 2.65, what would happen with the real estate market?
Oh, it would go crazy again.
How fast?
Immediately.
Like tomorrow?
Yeah, it would go crazy again.
What would happen with home prices?
They go crazy again. I think so.
People would be paying over appraised value.
They would.
Guys, can we afford for home prices to go more crazy.
No.
Not even kind of.
Yeah, no, because what happened last time is literally in a 3-year period, our home values doubled. It's just not sustainable without having a massive correction eventually.
Yeah. Correct. I mean, if we look at the average, and but what have we averaged over 50 years? Probably 7.5%.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I understand averages for people who are listening are a little misleading because 18% throws off the average.
Totally.
And 2.65% throws off the average. But let's pretend that the average, like the actual average is 7.5, but maybe it's more like 7. We're literally below the average.
Sure.
Now, I want to say something. Chantry and I visited yesterday. We were at a course called Bold. We're in a 6-week sales mastery and mindset course. Jesse, Chantry, and I, 5 other people on my team. We're not saying housing is affordable. We just had talked about this yesterday.
It's high.
Yeah, still a challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy. What's the typical mortgage payment if you could average? I know that's rough. Of somebody who comes through in your office right now,
unless something's putting a pretty big down payment, like unless you're coming in like. If a first-time home buyer comes to me and like, I want my payment to be $2,000, I'm like, the options are extremely limited. Like, you probably need to be in the
$2,800.
That's what doing a no down payment type first-time home buyer borrowing, $400 to $450 probably.
Do people need a 20% down payment to buy a home?
Nope.
Yeah, that was a thing for a long time.
Yeah.
So, Chantry, I have a question for you. So, I'm looking at this 40-year. It looks like pretty much the lowest interest rates before we hit 2009 and 10, before the federal government started buying mortgage-backed securities to control the interest rate, was 5.21. So
in 50, not the last 10 years, in the previous 40 years, we never got below 5.2.
Yeah, looking at this, so we have to realize, and correct me if I'm wrong here, the only way we're going to see 3% and 4% interest rates again is if the federal government steps in again and starts controlling that.
Totally.
Because that's what happened.
Yeah.
In 2009 or 8, 9, 10, they started buying the mortgage-backed securities to control that.
Right. Totally.
So we just
without massive government intervention, we probably really aren't going to get below 6.
Yeah.
And I think I believe looking back, they go, wow, that might have been a mistake. Especially the 2020, 2021, 22.
Oh, I would actually say it might have been a sillier move than even allowing those crazy mortgages to get done in 2006.
Correct.
Yeah.
To go that extreme that quickly. I mean, there was people like getting $250,000 because they owned a business and they're like, I don't even need it. They're like, guys, I almost don't want it because I'm scared that what's that going to mean? Yeah. Like, what the heck do you think is going to happen to home prices when you're giving people money that aren't asking for it?
Yeah.
Like, I literally knew business owners that had $250,000 show up in their account because they keep their people working. It's like, dude, he's a tile guy. The market's going bananas. He's hiring people.
So, guys, think about what he just said. This is. Thank you for saying this, dude. Wow. It's true.
It's unbelievable. I literally had people tell me like, all you have to do is apply for this. I'm like, dude, I'm like a W-2 employee.
So here's what's crazy. So all of that free money or loan modifications. So I just learned this. I don't know how I didn't know it. For anybody that got a loan modification on their mortgage, 2020, 21, 22, that wasn't free money.
No.
That goes to the back of the loan in what's called a silent second. You don't even know it's there unless you look at a lien.
Oops.
Right? So when you go to sell that house, it wasn't free. That's going to be paid off.
Yeah, I got maybe 100 phone calls like, hey, should I just quit paying my mortgage since everyone else is? I'm like, I certainly wouldn't suggest that if you can make your mortgage payment, man. I don't think anything's ever free. And that's why I didn't take any COVID money, even though I think I could have. I'm like, it seems like there's always going to be a negative there somewhere. So.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy. I mean, the only thing that was better than being a real estate and mortgage person at that time is somebody that owned an RV dealership.
Listen, okay,
right?
Could we do an entire episode about how many RV dealerships there are and how every single one of them has 200 pieces of inventory sitting on the what? Oh, where are all these going?
I don't know. I think
Guys, on my honeymoon, which is kind of funny to talk about a honeymoon at 50, but I had one in August, and we drove into Denver we did this big road trip. It was actually really fun. It's actually, I think it was a lot more fun than it would have been to go to the stress and the hassle of a Europe trip, because all the flights and all the issues. We got in a car and did this gigantic loop through the Intermountain area, right up into Wyoming, like northern Utah, Wyoming, Colorado, and then back around. We came into Denver from the north side. It's all farmland. I do not think I'm even kind of exaggerating. It was a couple of miles of nearly nonstop RV dealerships, guys.
Yeah.
Miles. Right. Like a couple of minutes passed driving. So do that math.
Right.
And I'm going, honey, why? So you're right. A lot of boats got sold.
Just free money. People were like, oh, free money. It was almost like it's like inheritance money.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And that's why I want people to understand when they ask, when are rates going to fall again? Will they come down over time? I'm going to give you, here we go. Number one, it is very likely in the last 3 minutes, never, ever, ever, ever going to drop below 4% again, and maybe never below 5%. Number two, we're expecting home sales to rise next year to 5.2 million homes, and there were about 4.8 this year. Another 400,000 home sales nationwide next year. Mm-hmm. Number three, okay, whoops, I got it. I had my home price forecast. I'll find it, okay? Let's look at this, guys. When we look at, come on, mortgage payments are down. I had my interest rate. Chan, what are they saying for interest rates? Because I lost my graph. What are they saying? What are they saying?
It's a mixed signal, but the one thing is, I do think the government is trying really hard to continue to slow the economy. And so I think at some point that's going to win, and rates might be slightly less than they are today. But I think these people think that if you're waiting for it to be a significant difference, I don't think we're going to see it. I think if you had to put odds on in 2 years, will rates be slightly less or slightly more? I would say slightly less. Will they be significantly less? I don't think so.
So slightly less, as in like maybe 5.75, 5.85,
and that's still a maybe. That might not even happen. There's a lot of variables to that.
Yeah, because if they see the economy picking up again, they pull back.
And my honest thing is, it would help our business significantly, both of ours, if rates were anywhere near 5.75, 0.5% lower than they are today.
That's true.
I want them to be really careful in letting rates go down, because I really don't want to see home prices get out of control again. I really don't want to see home prices. And I own real estate. It would benefit me greatly.
Me too, yeah.
But I don't want to see it become so ridiculously affordable that it's for the elite.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
What a good comment.
This is what a strange thing. It's like you own real estate, but you kind of want it to crash in this weird way. And if you talk to anybody who will be honest about it, they realize it could stand to crash in our final minute. Guys, if you want to reach out to us, you can visit us at gostgeorge.com, or again, just Google the Larkin Group. Google. It's just like, go to your Google Maps, say, hey, I need to talk to the Larkin Group. We will answer any of your questions.
Or I bet Chat GPT will get you.
Yeah, there you go. Chat will get us there too. Chat will. If you want to find Chantry Abbott,
same thing. Just
same
Google.
thing. Google Chantry Abbott, Chantry. It's kind of a cool name, man. It's like a really cool name. You don't run into that name. Chantry Abbott's Guild Mortgage. No, I know. I've told this story on the air, but I was supposed to be Jared, and the day that I was born, my dad's cousin, they had a kid born the same day in Hurricane, and they named him Jared, and they saw them in the hospital and said, oh, our baby's Jared. And my parents looked at each other and said, crap. So they changed my name to Jeremy. True story. Jeremy Larkin, Jesse Paul, Chantry Abbott, Larkin Group, Guild Mortgage as well here.
Thanks for
over
having
and
us.
out.